I believe, and then it's 2-week periods until the end of the regular season. So let's just look at my overall total player exposure. These are $5 entry fees, so if I have Logan Webb, $20 worth of Logan Webb is going to be 4 entries I have with Logan Webb. Same with Trevor Story, Garrett Crochet. Those guys I have a lot of because last year they were the top point scorers. Garrett Crochet was a mix of innings and strikeouts. Logan Webb just pitches a ton. He's going to go 200-plus innings as long as he stays healthy. And he's proven to be pretty durable. Dylan Cruz is another guy that I have a lot of. I think he's going to have a breakout year. He was he suffered a lot from injury, and I think if he stays healthy, he had a lot of underlying stats that were positive. Kyle Manzardo's said to put on a lot of weight. He's going to be batting cleanup every day, according to Fangraphs, so I have a lot of him. Taylor Ward, I like him playing in Baltimore. Adames, Cease, so these are all guys I have in 3 of my 9 lineups. Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen, I think, is a guy. He showed glimpses last year of some decent play. I think if he can just hone in on that more, I think he had about 9 the thought process here is that we draft teams with the appropriate builds based on the positions to maximize the points. Now, it's an interesting strategy because you do want to value durability. You want to value players that not only play well, excuse me, but are able to stay healthy, especially with this weeks 1 through 18 period. You can get a player that is injury prone, and if you advance a team through the qualifiers, they only need to stay healthy for 2 weeks in the quarterfinals to get those points, and then they could be injured in the semifinal. So it's an interesting dichotomy. The general, it looks like we filled up. The general strategy is to go outfielders first. The value of outfielders diminishes quickly compared to infielders and pitchers. You also have a much higher injury risk with pitchers. That's why I have so much of Logan Webb, who doesn't have much of injury history. But if you were to take risks on guys, you don't really want to go at the top of the order because, if you draft Paul Skeens, tears his to me, that means he underperformed for what's expected based on his hard hit rate, his launch angle, and those are things that are due to positively regress back to the mean. So a guy like Juan Soto, I'll make this a little bigger. Salvador Perez, for me, even though he's old, I'm snatching him up late. He's one of those guys. I think you look at the value of infielders, it doesn't dissipate as quickly as outfielders, and then you even see a little bump towards pick 120, 160 in that area. So I'm on the clock. Julio or Kyle Tucker. Probably gonna go. Probably gonna go Julio there. Some people may clown me for skipping on Bobby Witt, but I like Julio's profile better, and him being an outfielder helps a lot. It is not so unlikely that you start your drafts going outfielder, outfielder, outfielder. That's not crazy. And then from there, that gives you the freedom to pick up rookie outfielders or prospect outfielders that might get a chance to see the field. I understand he's not an outfielder, but I think if Yeah, he's the number one prospect in the organization. AAA. So, maybe he ends up making a start. We have a couple of viewers. Thank you guys for viewing. If you have any questions or any suggestions for the draft, please leave them in the comments or the chat. I have the chat pulled up right here. Really looking to engage with you guys. So just holler at me. But yeah, he's a guy. I'll star him as a late infield pick. We have 2 outfielders, and we're going to have pick 32. We look at our 32. I mean, that sets us up for Randy Arozarena. Looks like he just got a new deal. We'll star him. And again, this is another strategy you want to employ is at least some semblance of team stacks, at least of players that are going to be batting close to each other in the lineup. In this case, well, let's just look at what they have projected here. We went Julio with our first pick. We had pick 8. Julio Rodriguez is expected to bat 3rd. So if we go Randy Arozarena, we have the leadoff guy, and then let's say we live in a world where Julio Rodriguez is driving in Randy Arozarena, the points compound on top of each other. Not only do we get the RBI for Julio Rodriguez, we get the run for Randy Arozarena. So you don't want to go too overboard with these. That's what I've found. Maybe a couple stacks for a couple teams, but they are important to have because when you can get multiple points on one event happening, the one event in this case being a Julio Rodriguez double that drives Randy Arozarena in, that single event scoring multiple points for you is going to be very important. Okay, so if Randy's there, we're going Randy, no question. He also stole a lot of bases last year. I think he stole more bases than I think anybody would have imagined from him. Okay, so we have 3 outfielders. We have essentially filled our 3 outfielder spot with in my opinion, a very good outfield. So now maybe if a good outfielder falls to us, we can still take him, but maybe we start looking at the pitching market. Nice. There we go. Good to hear. Okay. Oh, he took Cole Reagan's 2 spots before us. So I don't know why people are passing up on Webb. But I'll be honest, none of the Gilbert would be the only other pitcher that interests me out of these. Naylor, we could just go full Seattle stack. I'm going to go ahead and do that because we already have enough Logan. We have 4 lineups out of 9 with Logan Webb already. So as of right now, we have Hunter Brown, Josh Naylor, Rodriguez, Devers, Arozarena. Probably should stay away now from Mariners until Cole Emerson. We'll take Cole Emerson last. He won't get drafted. So we're going to have 65. Would love Gilbert. Mike Trout is a very interesting case because when he is on, he's on, but he just can't stay healthy. So, are you okay taking that risk? Don't hate Corey Seager, Peralta, Snell. Green is another guy that he's top tier. Ben Rice. I have been snatching up Ben Rice. 80 might be an overpay. I don't know. But his advanced statistics are awesome. Let's actually take a look at those. And Aaron Boone said that he is going to get more play against lefties this year. I mean, guys, what? guy. His expected statistics. This isn't great. He didn't qualify. He missed a lot of time with injury, but when he's a stolen base threat. He had 17 stolen bases and 293 at bats. So you have to think that if he just sees some more time, he missed a lot with injury, that he's going to take advantage of those opportunities. And if we go here, I don't even know if he qualified, to be completely honest with you, but he has a pretty good. Yeah, he. So hopefully that continues. This is the sweet spot for infielders now. I say that as we were probably going to take Schlittler, but this is where the pitcher infielder pot gets very thick. Very thick. And this is just a product of, you can go find as many graphs as you want showing the diminishing returns of outfielders in the long run compared to ADP. Infielders just don't have the same thing. So, is that our sixth outfielder? We're probably good on outfielders, for being honest. Probably in. Lodolo, injury prone, or else I would take it. Salvador Perez. He is a click every single time at 193. Every single time. I don't care how old he is. Every single time. I think he's going to be my plant the flag guy this year. Like, that is going to be the guy that I take so much more often. Because, I mean, him at 200. If you find any of those graphs that chart points production versus ADP, Salvador Perez is going to be the guy causing that bump at the 200 ADP spot. Okay. Oh my gosh. These people. We need to start going pitcher. We have 185. Any of these pitchers interest anybody? Imanaga, Kikuchi, Don't Hate Lighter. Bubich won't be ready for the beginning of the year. McClanahan, Horton. They kind of limited him. We'll star him. We'll star Soriano. I don't hate Soriano for a late pick like this. So, Emerson. That's how we'll end. That's how we'll end this one. If Giolito falls to us. And in the coming, I don't know about the coming weeks. Maybe mid-February. I'll have my 5 players I like for 2026, 5 players I dislike, 5 pitchers I like, and we'll have more baseball previews coming up on the channel. Currently, we're locked in for NFL playoffs. Go check those previews out. That starts tomorrow. We've done college football playoff previews. Obviously, the game yesterday, and then we have previews for the game today. So go check those out as this is closing up. Golf, I'm still doing tons of golf best ball. We're going to get the field for the Sony Open today at 5. So check out that golf content if you're a fantasy guy. Tons of best ball up. And I'll have a Sony Open preview up at the beginning of the week. Tons of stuff going on here at CarterCast. Carter's doing college basketball stuff. So as always, be sure to check those out. And we've had, I know it doesn't sound like a lot. We've had 4 viewers for the better part of this. So we really do thank you guys for your support. Not many people watching MLB best ball drafts on January 9th at 8:30 a.m. on Eastern time. So we really do appreciate you guys. And Martian, shout out for being in the chat, even if it was just for technical feedback. I do appreciate that. It's much more fun talking to someone else than just talking to yourself the whole time. And hopefully if you're watching, you got some decent insight. I don't know. I don't have rankings or anything yet, but right now we're just kind of vibe drafting, I guess is what I would call it. And we'll go Cole Emerson. What does that leave us with? 7 pitchers, 7-7-6. That's usually what you want to aim for in roster construction. Any sort of 6-6-7, 7-7-6, 7-6-7. You want 6s and 7s in there usually. And if you go heavy anywhere, I'm probably going heavy on pitcher. 8-6-6. Wouldn't go less than 6 for any position though, in my opinion. Okay. Last pick, we'll go Cole Emerson, and we'll take one final look at the team. That took about 45 minutes. And then we will that'll make 10 of these drafts that I've completed. I feel like that's enough. All right. So, let's do that. Let's go big. Just a recap of what we did here. We are right here. Julio Rodriguez, Rafael Devers, Randy Arozarena, Hunter Brown, Josh Naylor, Freddie Peralta, Willie Adames, Helio Ramos, Sonny Gray, Dylan Cruz, Robbie Ray, Brenton Doyle, Hunter Goodman, Ezequiel Tovar, Kyle Manzardo, Salvador Perez, Will Warren, Jose Soriano, Lucas Giolito, and Colt Emerson. Okay, that is our draft. Thank you guys for watching. It means a lot. Appreciate the support. Go check out our other stuff, and we'll have more stuff on the way.